I want to talk to you about why I hate Christian movies. Yes, that's what I said. Why I hate Christian movies. I don't hate all Christian movies. There's some that are out there. I think it's more the movie studios, maybe the Christian movie studios, that I don't like so much. And it's not the people there, it's their philosophy in entertaining the world and evangelizing the world and what their purpose is. Now, everybody's entitled to their own philosophy. Everybody's entitled to be able to do things they want. If somebody wants to go out and create a Christian movie studio and make Christian movies that do it the way that most Christian movies are done today, fine, that's their business. But I don't like them, and I want to tell you why. And what I want to tell you what I think we should do as Christians, how we should approach the entertainment business. One of the things that I don't like about Christian movies, and I guess this is number one and probably the most important, is they don't present real life. They don't connect with me. They connect with some idea that is ingrained within me sometimes about the evangelical subculture and what life is supposed to be like and how we as Christians are supposed to act if we're really good Christians and true Christians. But that's not real life. And it never has been real life. The whole idea of, happy endings and the whole purpose of every single moment is to be able to present the gospel of Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh, I just said that. I'm going to be in trouble for this, but hear me out. The whole intent of everything being about ending with the gospel of Jesus Christ just isn't quite right with me. That's not how our life functions every day. I'm driving here and I'm doing the Camaros, the theology in Camaros, and I'm presenting the gospel. But that's not every single thing I do. Every single thing I do, I try to represent Christian values to the best I can, but I fail quite often. But values, the Christian values, living by that, sometimes it's in the subtlety of the way that I live. Sometimes it is presenting the gospel. But I don't think Christian movies represent well real life. Real life is a lot more messy. Real life has curse words. Real life has sex in it. Real life has things that the Christian subculture says are taboo and that we've given over to the world. And that's what here's a principle that goes behind this, is that we've given way too many things over to the world. We've sacrificed everything in this virtue of separation and going our own way and creating Christian subcultures. We have given away sex. Sex is ours, but they've taken it from us, and therefore it's taboo for us. You talk about it in the secret confines and very, very small situations. It's taboo. Another thing that's been taken away from us is education. Now we have our own education systems, and we've given that over to the world. Another thing that we've given over to the world is the entertainment industry. Who said entertainment was the world's? We own the God of entertainment. We own the God of personality and laughter and fun. He created those things, and all of a sudden we say, well, those things are taboo for us. The main thing is not to have fun, not to be entertained, but to present the gospel and be logical or something like that. I don't know. But we give things over to the world continually, to where the world takes them over and does them well, and we go and try to do them every once in a while, and we fail. We fall on our face miserably. And I feel that this is what we have done in the entertainment world and with movies, is we're just continually falling on our face. What should we do? I mean, here's what I would say is, at least starting right now, can't really undo this stuff of the past, but starting right now, if you want to be in the entertainment world, get in the entertainment world. Go to Hollywood. That's where it's at. That's where the best of God's creation is at. Yes, most of them aren't Christians. Yes, most of them aren't Christian, following Christian values. But what's a better place to be? There's no better place to be. Isn't that where Jesus went? Did he go and create Jesus subcultures and say, come to me over here, I'm going to be staying in this Christian town that I created, and if you want to see me, if you want to engage with me, you got to come see me over there? No, he engaged. He went to the places where they were at. And I don't think the Christian movies are going to the places where people are at. They're not going to the places where I'm at. I feel like a foreigner whenever I'm watching Christian movies. Another thing is that Christian movies do not represent the way the Bible does things. I mean, just look at the way the Bible does things. Just think, if you turn the Bible, the entire Bible, and you really represented it, what would it be rated? Certainly wouldn't be PG. Certainly wouldn't be PG-13. It would be rated R. Lots of them. Lots of the books, lots of the sections, they wouldn't make it through. I mean, why? Because life is rated R. Life is hard. Sure, don't take your kids to these Christian or these movies that have Christian themes that would be rated R. But don't act like they don't exist. Don't act like the rated R of life does not exist, because it does. It's out there. And it's represented in the Bible with the failures of all the greatest saints, their greatest failures of incest and adultery and doubt and despair and never finding answers and falling on their swords and things that just go on within the Bible that we like to shy away from whenever it comes to this real world. God went through a lot to present within the Bible the real world. I mean, look at the book of Ruth, for goodness sakes. The book of Ruth doesn't even mention the name of God, but it's in the Bible. Why? Because it has values. It has Christian values. And there we go. That's what we can do. We can do Christian values. We don't even have to mention the name of God. Create creative movies. Do things like The Lord of the Rings. Do things like The Count of Monte Cristo. Do things like like Braveheart and Gladiator. Those are all great movies. You can be a Christian and make those. You can have good themes and make those. It doesn't have to be gratuitous sex. It doesn't have to be gratuitous violence. It doesn't have to be any of those things. No, I don't like gratuitous stuff. Gratuitous stuff doesn't represent the real world either. I like real world stuff. I like stuff that makes you think deeply. That's Christian values. I mean, isn't God the God of creativity? Isn't the very first thing he did is create? Isn't he a very creative God? There's just nothing creative about the Christian movie industry. And don't get me started on the Christian music industry.